Hey there, beautiful mamas.
And welcome back to the Balanced Mama Project Radio, the go to space for women navigating pregnancy, postpartum, and early motherhood with power, peace, and presence. I'm your host, Dr. Lisa, occupational therapist, mom of two, and 1/3 of the powerhouse team behind Balanced Mama Project. Today's episode is short, sweet, and soul soothing. We're talking about nervous system resets and why just 5 minutes a day could change your entire motherhood experience. This one is especially for the mama who cried behind a closed bathroom door today. You're not alone. Let's reset together.
I'm actually cracking up about crying behind the bathroom door because that is me constantly. And so that's why I love that we're talking about this because I mean, sometimes with the almost 2-year-old running around, you just need a moment to just release. But let's get into talking about why our nervous system even does this and what even is the nervous system. So basically, there are two main gears of the nervous system, and we talk about this a lot as PTs and OTs. But it's your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system, and they're opposite of each other. So with that sympathetic one, that's the one that's like our fight, flight, freeze, fawn. It gets your heart racing, your mind starts to spiral, and you're really on edge. It's really your blood is racing to your limbs, ready for you to do something to get out of danger. And so that's what kicks in when we're in survival mode. But then we've got the parasympathetic nervous system. I always think of like, I don't know, palm trees swaying. It's just so peaceful. But the parasympathetic nervous system, that's the one that's rest and digest. That's the one that sends the blood to your gut, the center of your body. It really decreases that heart rate, decreases that blood pressure, calms your mind. And it's one of the things that we like to activate when we are working with our clients who are in their pregnancy or postpartum or working with their toddlers. And so I'm super excited to share that on this podcast today. We I feel like as a mom, I almost said new mom, but I guess I can't say that
Feel
anymore.
fresh.
You're
I'm
still new.
almost two. But I know I've talked to y'all about this all the time in like the first year of Shiloh being born that I was in survival mode. I was like stressed. I was super overstimulated, especially when she was first born. I don't know, I guess I was just like,
You are not alone. I was like, that is a great many mamas.
Probably majority of us.
Yeah.
thank you. Right, right. And so it was like, being a yoga instructor, Reiki practitioner, I was um really trying to hone in on all of those tools. And I'm excited because Saiah, you've got some good breath work that you're gonna talk to us about in a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's super important. No, go ahead, go ahead.
So I'm excited. Feel free if you are watching or listening, you are welcome to join me in practicing. We're going to work through a few different tools. Val, I love that you mentioned, or Dr. Val, I love that you mentioned breath work. I love that you mentioned swaying with the trees. We're going to do a little bit of both today. So the first thing that we're going to do is called box breathing. So take a moment, get your body situated. If you are sitting, you can remain sitting. If you are standing, you can remain standing. When we talk about box breathing, we're going to try it together, but typically we're doing things in sets of 4 seconds. So you're going to inhale into the nose for 4. So inhale with me and hold and exhale out the mouth and hold. Let's do one more. Inhaling and hold and exhaling and hold. Now let's take a moment to return to our regular breathing. You might already feel a shift, but that can be a great way to kind of take you out of that fight or flight mode. Our breath regulates a lot more than we think. And so even with that deep breathing, the pauses, we can kind of slow the heart rate down, get us out of that hyper state and bring us into a calm and peaceful state.
Say, I have a
If
couple questions.
yes,
Okay, real quick. How long do you usually hold your box breathing? Because I know people vary. And so when you're either teaching it or like doing it yourself, how long do you usually hold your box breathing?
I usually hold for 4 seconds if I'm doing it. So 4 seconds inhaling, stay at the top of that inhale for 4 seconds, 4 seconds exhaling, stay at the bottom of the exhale. You are welcome to be flexible. The 4 4 4 4 is a quick and easy way to get it done. If you want to do 2 seconds, that's also fine. If you want to do six, then you have great lung capacity. You sure can do that too. But typically, I would say 4 seconds is a great amount of time. Even when we just did it, it didn't take long, but hopefully you even felt your body calming down. But great question.
Oh, 100%. I went from like screaming at Rahel earlier to get in the shower to now feeling way less stressed.
Lisa, you looked at peace doing it. I did spy on each on y'all as we did it. Let's see what the gang is doing.
It's super
Um,
calming. And I feel like to your point about it activating that nervous system, it's like when we are in that like yelling, screaming survival mode, that's the back part of our brain. That's our like mammalian brain, right? And then so
mhm.
doing something to consciously bring breathing to the forefront, that's really actually bringing some thought, some conscious thought to your breath work. That's usually something automatic. So it makes sense that it would just kind of be like reset.
You know what it always reminds me of is like I don't know why I associate. I mean, I get it, but so like you're in a forest, you're hiking, all of a sudden you see like this bear and you're running from this bear, you escape it, and then you see this like beautiful waterfall and you go for
Yes,
this swim in this waterfall and all of a sudden like you go from like here to like here and you're just so calm, so
Yep.
relaxed, enjoying the
Yep.
water, enjoying the sound, and that's literally what this is like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Lisa. Oh, sorry about that. I was like, can I tell you, I'm glad you did the visualization because our next tool uses a lot of visual imagery from nature. And so if you would like to join a Tai Chi class, you are always welcome to. We'll have some rolling out coming soon. And so today we can also try some, we'll say Tai Chi inspired swaying tree movement. So if you're wondering what Tai Chi is, I usually tell people it's like a dancing martial art. So Chinese martial art in exercise form, oftentimes we're visualizing different things in nature and moving. So it'll be like standing like a mountain or moving like water. But today we're gonna practice swaying like a tree. So if you have space and you would like to get up with me, please do. Would love for you to join me.
I'm gonna
As you are
watch you
getting
this time.
situated, oh, you can stand with your feet about hip width apart. You might not be able to see my feet, but they are firmly rooted into the ground, and I hope yours are too. You're gonna go ahead and soften the knees just a little bit. And so when we talk about swaying, it doesn't have to be a big movement. Some of you moms might already be swaying with your tiny one. You might be swaying even during pregnancy, just getting the body moving. But if you take a moment, keeping that same breathing pattern from before. You can sway side to side. You can visualize that you are a tree swaying in the breeze. Do you have to do it exactly like this? No. You can sway this way. Whatever you feel the most comfortable doing is fine. When we talk about moving, we want to do a nice slow pace. Oftentimes for Tai Chi, we can say moving like water, moving like the wind. If you are holding your little one, you can keep that same posture and just making sure you're holding them, breathing, and swaying gently. If you're waiting in line for coffee, if you're standing in the shower. So when you're not holding little one, you are still welcome to kind of ground yourself and get back into this swaying posture. So arms can be forward and back, very dance-like, or they can be side to side. And so feel free to try it and see which positions you like best. But that's just the second tool you can use. Please keep breathing. Breathing is going to be at the base of most of these techniques that you're using. And then finally, does anyone like to journal? If you do, you're not alone. Yes, Lisa, thank you. Dr. Val, thank you. Dr. Lisa, thank you.
I was gonna say, what kind of OT would I be if I didn't journal?
That's true. That's actually, yes, that's correct. And so if you are listening and watching, please grab a sticky note, grab your phone, or grab your Mama Time journal on Amazon. The link will be below. And we want you to answer today, if you would like to, what is one thing I need to feel grounded? And so it's okay if it doesn't come to you right away, but take a moment. Each day you can take a moment and say, hey, even in that 5-minute space, what is one thing I need to feel grounded? It's simple, it's quick, it's powerful, and you're sending your body a message that you're actually listening to it and not just running through the day, checking out or doing stuff for everyone else. You're actually taking a moment to check in with yourself and reminding yourself that you matter and you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so, yes, check in.
You know what I realized? So I found this to be super helpful is in the morning. I haven't been doing it recently, but before Liam was born, when I had a little more time on my hands, each morning I would just write down like one statement of gratitude, and it would just stay in my head like for the rest of the day. So it would help me get through the day as well, not just for like motherhood, but just for like everyday life. Just walking out to the grocery store, like going for a walk, whatever it was that I was grateful for that day, or what my goal may have been for the day, but turn it into a moment of gratitude that I'm able to do these things. And that really helps you, and then at the end of the day, if you still have more time, you can think about some of these prompts, that, one of which Saiah had just mentioned, and really think about it and kind of jot that down too. Obviously you can journal any time of the day, but, I found to be morning and night to be like probably the best for me.
Yep, like right when you wake up, the journal's right next to the bed, or right before you go to sleep, the journal's right next to the bed. So you can just reach over, boop, 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 jot it down. And one of the things that we have in the Mama Time journal is just a little section. I guess I'll show people if they can see it.
Oh, yes.
A little
Oh,
section
perfect.
for like gratitudes, right? So you can jot down 3 gratitudes and your little to-do list and your reset word for the day. So if there's something that you need to feel grounded, then you can maybe jot it down in that bubble and continue to write down your prompts like this one. What do you need to feel grounded? And then the other prompts that are in the Mama Time journal too.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for the highlight of the Mama Time journal. One tool I think, well, I know wasn't mentioned yet, but Lisa, I think you use it a lot is walking.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I was like, I like to walk, but I know you really like to walk.
Miles and miles of walking.
Wait, can I say, I'm so sorry, but during pregnancy, Lisa was a walking maniac. I remember you coming to see me and being like, oh, this hurts a little. And I was like, why are you walking miles and miles, 4 miles per hour at a time? It's like, maybe you do a leisure walk. But yes, Lisa, let me
Well, I did
go
cat
ahead.
cows after it.
You did. 60 cat cows later. I said, oh my, you did the most. You did it all.
I feel like I walked more in pregnancy than I do now, honestly.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's so great. Like, it's just such a stress reliever. So let me keep it real, guys. I'm gonna tell you a fun story. Well, it's not fun, but
I'm
it's
intrigued.
okay.
Yeah.
So a few months ago, I was, just trying to get out of the house, go to Trader Joe's, obviously one of my favorite places to go to. For me, that is also relaxing. And Rahel was having his typical toddler meltdown. He didn't want any help getting his shoes on. He wanted to do it himself. Liam was only 3 weeks old, so he was just letting out his newborn cry, which was like a shrill to my ears at that moment. I was wearing him in my favorite carrier. And I myself at that point was just ready to scream. I hadn't eaten all day. I hadn't sat down. I was literally going from one kid to the next, just trying to survive. My nervous system was absolutely also screaming. So as soon as we finally made it down the 50 stairs I have in my house with the stroller, Liam on top of me,
Oh,
the diaper bag, the whole shebang when you got to go out, Rahil's water bottle. So we finally make it out of the house. That brisk fresh air in March hits my face and the sunshine hits my face. And literally, I felt like everything was going to be okay. I was okay. We were all okay. We were going to go for our walk. But honestly, that was the first time all day that I finally just exhaled. And I was like, oh, like, okay, I feel so much better. I'm outside. I'm going to go for my walk. So, mamas, just remember this is not about perfection. It's about creating micro moments of safety in your own body so you can offer that same safety to your children.
Mhm.
Just remember, regulated mamas raise regulated babies. Nervous system healing is generational work.
Mm. Say that again for the people in the back.
Regulated mamas raise regulated babies, and nervous system healing is generational work. It's not going to happen right now. This is going to be a long time of practice.
Yes, honey. Yes. I love it.
so challenge for the week for the gang, for all the mamas out there. Pick one of the three reading tools and practice it once a day. That's it. Should be less than 5 minutes. You can message us on Balance Mama Project and let us know which tool you tried. We love to cheer you on or feature you on our story. We love to see the growth, the nervous system regulation. Um, and so we hope that you do indeed share.
Absolutely. You deserve peace, and peace is something that is practiced. So it's just one breath at a time. All right, y'all. Thank you.
And one more thing, don't
One-
forget to subscribe to our show, leave a review, and share the episode with a mama friend who's
Yes.
carrying a little too much today.
Oh, bye, gang.
Bye.
Or see you later.